Okay, do I look badass? Okay. What about the guns? Gun look cool? I'll put this on it. Yeah, where this is? This is a silencer, right? Yeah. Put the silent. Okay. I'll put the silencer on it like this. And it looks okay. Yeah, man. Alright. Can you see the gun? My silencer. Super okay. Badass. All right. How about this one? Because I want this to look good, man, when I do this. All right. Yeah. All right. Got my balaclava. Got my shades. All right. Where's my cigarette? Oh. Yeah, it's over here. Oh man, that ain't gonna work. You just have to do that. Alright. Hello, Antifa. I'm who you call the last American anarchist. I'm a leftover from the 60s and 70s. Got a lot of years in this anarchist thing. And I see it out there trying to you know, train, do your John Brown day at the range kind of thing, and I was thinking, you know, you guys got the right idea, but I think you need a little more training and maybe some tips from an expert. As you can see, I'm an expert. Now, first thing I noticed is, you know, the guns you guys had. I saw a lot of AR-15s out there and airsoft AR-15s, and I'm thinking, you know, those are capitalist rat bastard guns. You guys, if you really want to be anarchists, you can't be shooting the guns that the capitalists are going to use against you. So I highly recommend, first thing you ought to do is go out and get yourself a good com-block rifle. The one I recommend is the Mosin Nagant. 7.62 by 54 millimeter Russian. Now, when you hear that designation, 7.62 by 54 millimeter, what does that mean? You don't want to sound like a dumbass, so I'm going to tell you. What it means is that the bullet is 54 millimeters across at the bottom and 7.62 millimeters tall. And the R stands for Russian. Now this gun is capable of shooting a bullet out at 50,000 feet per second out to 25,000 yards. It hits with enough foot-pounds of energy to put a hole in the space shuttle. With iron sights, you have accuracy out to well over a mile. And a good rifleman can shoot it at 50 to 100 rounds per minute, which on a bolt gun is pretty good. So I recommend that. Now, a lot of times these 7.62 54R Mosin Nagant rifles will come packed in cosmoline. That's because they've been in storage since about the 1930s. And that cosmoline is real slick and sticky, and it's almost impossible to clean off the gun. So really, what I recommend doing is just making sure that you get it off the outside of the gun so your fingers don't slip on it. You know, like so, you know, because the gun, oil on the gun, it makes your fingers slip. Don't worry about the oil in the barrel. What you do with the oil in the barrel is you just shoot a few rounds through it, and that'll clean it out. Yeah, okay, so that's good, and that's the rifle you should have. Now, everybody needs a pistol. There's two kinds of pistols. There's revolvers and there's pistols. Actually, there's only one kind of pistol, and that's pistol, and there's only one kind of revolver, and that's a revolver, but there's lots of different kinds of each. And all of them are very accurate, very powerful guns. But I highly recommend dry fire practice. Now, if you're going to dry fire practice, what you need to do is make sure that there's no bullets in the guns. And then you can train with your friends. Just practice playing army, you know, shooting at each other with the guns. If you have a gun that's got a hammer block safety, that's where the firing pin is actually in the body of the gun, in the frame of the gun. Or sometimes they call it a frame-mounted firing pin. Then what you need to do is you need to use spent cases or snap caps to protect your firing pin when you're playing with it. But if you have one with a little free-floating firing pin, I'll try to show a picture of that when I put this video together, you don't have to worry about that. Just, you know, fire away and have fun. Because it won't wreck the gun. So that's another tip you should know. Now, another thing that you'll learn when you're trying to buy ammunition is that evil capitalist rat bastards will mark up the price of ammunition for non-corrosive. But the corrosive ammo is generally a lot cheaper. There's no problem with firing corrosive ammunition as long as you make sure that water and soap never come in contact with the parts of the gun. Always clean your guns with WD-40 only whenever you're shooting corrosive ammo, and you'll be just fine. Just remember that. You'll be just fine. What else can I tell you? Well, if you gotta hunt for food, you're probably gonna need a shotgun. Now you'll hear these capitalist rat bastards bragging about hunting, killing their disgusting kills with their 12 and 20 gauge shotguns. But I highly recommend a 410 for a couple of reasons. Number one, the 410 is like a 40 caliber BB gun. Shooting BBs at 7,000 feet per second, that'll shoot right through steel like it was butter. And the force of it is just incredible. A shotgun, good 410 shotgun will get you out to 300 yards with deadly force. So you can use it for up close and far out engagements. And because the 410 shell is kind of small compared to the 12 and 20, you'll find that it's easier to carry more ammo. So I highly recommend a 410 shotgun. Of course, Chinese shotgun. You don't want to buy an American capitalist shotgun. So I hope that helps. I hope these few gun tips help, and I just want you to know that, you know, you're on the right track. You're getting trained and you're trying to learn, but you know, you need the help of some experts like me to point you in the right direction. So I'll try to make more of these videos and see if they're helpful at all. But until then, march on.